In this meeting, I will introduce you to the Mohotas library, which allows you to process images. Let's look at some methods and functions of working with images. When working with data, it is sometimes necessary to work with images. You can use Mohotas library for this purpose. Take a look at some of the image operations that can be performed using it. To install the necessary libraries, run the following commands. For working with images, we'll utilize the NumPy library, which allows us to represent images as arrays of numbers. Additionally, we'll employ the Matplotlib Pylab module to display images on the screen. After importing the libraries, loading an image becomes straightforward. We'll use the special function for this purpose. Subsequently, the imshow function will be used to display the image on the screen. The function is used to save an image. As parameters, we pass the path to save the image and the image itself. As already mentioned, images are represented as arrays of numbers. But what are these arrays and what data do they store? Each pixel of an image is represented by 3 numeric values. These are the RGB color scheme values red, green, and blue. And the image itself is made up of arrays which just contain arrays of RGB values for each pixel. To find out the size of the image, the size of the arrays, you can use the shape method. The first value is the number of pixels on the y-axis. The second value is the number of pixels on the x-axis, and the third value is the number of elements in each array for a pixel. The obtained size can be used when cropping the image, selecting the necessary part, if you need only a part of the image. In this case, we crop the image only along the x-axis. If it is necessary to get arrays of red, blue, and green color values separately, we will use the transpose method. The obtained arrays can be used to change the color gamut of the image. First, we get new values of red, blue, and green colors by manipulating the values within the arrays and use the this function to get a new image. Sometimes, when solving certain tasks, you need to get an image in certain shades, and it is quite difficult to do it yourself. Then you can use the built-in functions of the library. An interesting function from the colors module transforms the image by enhancing the green hue of the image, but it does not transform the image into a black and white palette. Also, this function is used to obtain a sepia image. If we want to obtain a black and white image, we need to set the parameter gray to true. If we view the image at this stage, we will get the same as above. Converting the values in the image arrays to integer type is necessary when the arrays store real numbers. This is necessary to get a black and white image. In addition to changing the color, you can transform an image so that only black and white colors remain. To do this, you need to convert a color image to black and white and use the Otsu transform. The Otsu transform is a method that allows you to select a brightness threshold that divides the image into light and dark objects. An object will be a group of pixels whose brightness exceeds the resulting threshold value. Of course, you can go deep into mathematical calculations of the threshold and find it yourself, but I will use the built-in method, which is called Otsu. After calculating the threshold, when displaying the image on the screen, I will just set the condition that only those pixels whose brightness is higher than the threshold will be displayed. It is also quite easy to change the brightness of the image. To do this, we use the stretch function and pass it as an argument, a numerical representation of the image in the form of arrays, raised to a degree by how much we want to change the brightness. The greater the degree, the brighter, darker the image. In the figure, the first image on the left is the original image. On the right, we have increased the brightness by 2 times. In the center, we have decreased the brightness by 2 times. In this video, we covered various functions and methods for working with images, including loading and saving an image, converting a color image to black and white or sepia, enhancing the green color in the picture, arbitrarily changing the red, green, and blue colors, producing a black and white image using the Otsu method, selecting, deleting, and outlining objects within an image. Thank you for watching the video.